going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. This is the X Sports Network.
At Smith Tax and Business Service, we offer many services. Along with personal income tax prep, we also offer tax preparation for corporations and partnerships. If you're a small business and looking for some extra help, give us a shout and we'll get you fixed up. Call Mary Beth Smith, Marion Matthews, Brooklyn Bates, or Michelle Staggs to find out how we can help you. Located at 208 Pulaski Street, phone 931-244-6633.
At Florida Mid-South Realty, we pride ourselves on our family values, professional service, and a deep local knowledge. With a small town feel and a personal touch, we're here to help you navigate the real estate process with ease. Whether buying, selling, or renting, you can trust us to guide you every step of the way. And don't forget to catch Florida Rockstars, our live podcast every Tuesday morning at 8. Florida Rockstars, rocking the real estate news and all things local. Florida Mid-South Realty, your hometown real estate experts.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
Make your property rock and roll with services from G&S Excavating, specializing in white sand, compost, mulch, topsoil, landscape gravel, and steel landscape edging. Turn to the pros who know how to make your project shine with years of experience. The best part is they're locally owned and operated. Choose from a vast selection of mulch and rock from their conveniently located facility at number 3 Valley Road in Lawrenceburg, just off Buffalo Road. Phone 931-279-3841 and get started today.
At Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, we're proud to be locally owned and operated because we're not just a bank, we're family. When you call, You'll be greeted by a friendly representative who's ready to discuss your banking needs, as well as offer our competitive rates on CDs and money market accounts. Our loan decisions are made in-house and never sold to a secondary market because our commitment is simple. You matter to us. At Lawrenceburg Federal, we offer all the conveniences of larger banks with a personal touch. Join us at Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, where community, trust, and service come together.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
The Summit of Lawrenceburg is the premier senior and assisted living community in the region. The Summit makes it home for you or your loved one with diverse suites that welcome and encourage community, plus gathering spaces, neighborhoods, daily activities, and a wonderful staff that supports you every day.
Hi, I'm Tara Blue. I'm the new director of the Summit, and we would like to invite you and your family to come and tour our facility. We would love to see you here.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you as an employee a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
This is the X Sports Network.
Giles County Bobcats. There you go. Now I can hear myself. First pitch is in there for a strike. On one. This game's starting a little bit earlier. Should have been 5:30. It was 4 o'clock. That pitch is fouled off. And it's quickly 0-2. This is Maddie Dollar who is up at the plate. So early start today with the threat of thunderstorms. So far, so good. We'll see how the weather pans out for the rest of the afternoon. That pitch misses down and away for a ball. So glad to have you part of the broadcast here at Giles County. That pitch is swung on, popped up. That's going to get into the netting and fouled. On the mound for, I should say in the circle, for Giles County is number 13, DJ Beck. That pitch misses high for a ball. I'll bring the count to 2-2. Two-two pitch. Called strike three, floated in there. And Maddie Dollar is down looking. That'll bring up number 15, Giselle Maldonado, the catcher. That pitch is swung on, looked like it was fouled back. Didn't see where that ball was, Kevin. Do you see where that was at? In the dirt. This is the ball. We're out in the outfield here, and Might have to stand up. Sitting down right now, that pitch is in there for a strike. Might have to stand up and see things just a tad bit better. Looks like count now is 1-2 to Maldonado. That pitch is swung on. Back to the pitcher. Flip over to first in time for the second out. So I bring up the pitcher, number 18, Elizabeth Hagan, here with 2 down in the top of the first inning. First pitch to her is in there for a called strike. That one, can't tell if he said that was a foul ball or that was a dead ball in the dirt, but looks like it's 2 strikes. So we'll call it 0-2. That pitch is in the dirt for a ball. That one misses. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, fouled. Two again. Upstairs for a ball. We didn't get the official lineup for Giles County. We got a partial one, but it's been filled in since then. That one's dribbled over to third, throw to first is in time. We'll get to that lineup when we come back to the action. 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first for the Lady Cats. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. Giles County's coming up. Your score is 0-0. You're watching Lady Cat softball here on the X Sports Network.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today.
Volco Auto Supply in Lawrenceburg has a legacy of being a family-owned and operated company. Since 1927, our business has grown and evolved into today's one-stop source for all your automotive supplies. But in that time, one thing has stayed the same, and that's our commitment to our customers and their needs. At Volco Auto Supply, you'll find everything for your car, truck, or even fleet of vehicles, but with good old-fashioned customer service the way it needs to be. That's Volco Auto Supply, 416 Buffalo Road in Lawrenceburg. Visit VolcoAuto.com.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to the action, everybody. It's the bottom of the first inning. Giles County Bobcats coming up to the plate. Your lineup for them, starting off, is Carson Brown, Cabria Martindale, and Addison Dothit. First pitch is in there for a strike. In the field for your Lady Cats, in the circle is Elizabeth Hagan. Behind the plate is Maldonado. From third to first around the infield, you've got Dollar, Kate King, Bella Grace Walker, and Reagan Frakes. That pitch is swung on, driven out towards center field, and that's going to be caught out there by Lily Lloyd for the first out. Routing out the defensive positions in the outfield from left to right, Callie Brown, Lily Lloyd, who just caught that ball, and Libby Burks over in right field. Let's bring up the left fielder, Cabria Martindale. First pitch to her. Looks like it missed down and away for a ball. Hagan gets ready, and here comes the windup and the 1-0. Swung on. That's going to be on the top of the third base dugout and rolls back into the foul territory area. I'll bring the count to 1-1. One pitch. Bunted. That's going to be picked up and thrown over to first base. That was Maddie Dollar that had to come in and throw that. It's not in time as Martindale makes her way down to first base. That's going to be an infield single. I'll bring up number 20, Addison. How'd you say it was pronounced, Kevin? Is it Douthit? Yeah. Douthit. I was incorrect the first time. I apologize. Addison Douthit is at the plate now with one away and runner at first base. Runner goes. Throw down to second is not going to be in time. Here's the next pitch to Douthit. Swung on, back to the mound. Throw to first is in time. Runner goes over to third base. That'll be the second out of the inning. So Martindale makes her way down to third base. Runner is 60 feet away from the first run of the ball game, but 2 outs here. And I'll bring up Chloe Norwood, the first baseman. First pitch to her is in there for a strike. 0-1. Hagan winds on the 0-1. Swung on, driven out towards right field, and that's going to get down. Almost caught out there by the right fielder, Libby Burks. Over to second and around second, headed to third base. Throw over to third base is not in time. And Chloe Norwood digs out a triple out there from right field, and that allows Martindale to score, and your score is 1-0 in favor of Giles County. That was a good effort out there by the right fielder, Libby Burks. Almost got it, but came out of her glove. Still 2 outs, though. Pitch is in there for a strike. This is Katie Pimpkins. So 1 run allowed so far. Second run of the ball game for Giles County is over there at third base potentially. That pitch is swung on and fouled. And quickly 0-2. Elizabeth Hagan hopes to have the final say in this inning and have it as either a strikeout or an out from her defense. She's ready, winds, and the 0-2 pitch. That one's down in the dirt for a ball. As you can probably hear, the wind's definitely blowing a bit today. It's blowing in. That pitch is swung on. That's going to get through between the third base and shortstop. And that's going to allow Norwood to score, and it's 2-0 in favor of Giles County. So nice piece of hitting there by Pimpkins. And I'll bring up second baseman Ashlyn Coleman. Still 2 outs. Runner at first base. 2 runs in so far for Giles County. Lawrence County is trying to prevent any more. First pitch is missed for a ball. Throw down to second. Is in time. Good play down there by Maldonado to throw out the base runner from first base. 2 runs are in off of 3 hits. No errors and 1 left on base. We head to the top of the second inning. Giles County is up 2-0. You're watching Lady Cat softball here on the X Sports Network.
What really matters during the ball game, we're at that point in the season where some are just beginning, some have already ended, and others are at that point where it's either win or go home. Depending on what your perspective is, it changes everything, doesn't it? In 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 18, we're reminded we don't look at the things that are seen, but at the things that are unseen. For the things that are seen are temporary, but the things that are unseen are eternal. Keep your focus, keep your perspective on the right things, the things of God, the eternal things. And that message brought to you by your friends at the Leoma Church of Christ.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up on Cloud9Fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can help you make the switch today.
Welcome back to Pulaski, Tennessee. Giles County up now 2-0. Top of the second inning. Up to the plate is Reagan Frakes. First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Misses outside. Bringing the count even at 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1. That one's way upstairs. Bring the count to 2-1. If you joined us at the beginning of the game, told you that we had to move the time up. It was supposed to be a 5:30 game. It ended up being 4 because of the storm threat. That pitch misses upstairs, and they'll bring the count to 3-1. Taking a look at the radar so far, we had a little sprinkle earlier, but everything looks pretty clear for the time being. We're kind of sandwiched in between storms at the moment. That one's hit, driven well out to left field. That's going to get down around first. Goes Frakes. She's digging for second, and she's going to get in there in time. Nice piece of hitting there by Reagan Frakes to get a double. And Lawrence County is in business here to begin the top of the second inning. So hopefully on the Storm side that remains the case. We'll watch things very closely. But so far so good. Head coach Charlie Lloyd is out at the home plate umpire. Looks like they're getting a pitch runner. That's what I was kind of thinking. There's going to be a pinch runner. Let's see who it is. Looks like that's going to be number 21. That's going to be Audrey Lovell. Looks like who's going to be out there. That pitch looked like it missed. That's Ashlyn Sublett at the plate. So we'll call that 1-0. That one's down. Pitch is down as well. Looks like I have a 3-0 count. Looks like that's what it is at home plate. As the sun gets obscured by a cloud, and that was indeed a 3-0 count. And a walk by Ashlyn Sublett. Lawrence County is in business here, nobody out. Runners at first and second. Looks like we'll have a quick little powwow at the pitcher's circle with the infielders. Lily Lloyd is in the batter's box. First pitch to her is driven out towards center field. Underneath it is the center fielder Pipkins. And nobody advances, and that is the first out of the inning. That will bring up the left fielder, Callie Brown. First pitch to her. Downstairs for a ball. As the wind starts to gust a little more here. Pitches upstairs. And it's 2-0. The wind is blowing in, so if you're going to hit a home run, you got to catch the ball very well. Pitch misses upstairs, and it's another 3-0 count. Here's the wind of the 3-0 pitch. That one's downstairs, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. That'll bring up the shortstop, Lainey Kate King. One out, bases loaded. Lawrence County is in business here to get into this ball game scoring-wise. Pitch misses downstairs, gets away from the catcher, but no advance. Looks like even the throw got away and was backed up by the first baseman, Chloe Norwood. But no harm done for Giles County, but it is a 1-0 count to Lainey Kate. 1-0 pitch to her. Misses for a ball. It's an interesting call. Looked pretty good from our vantage point. (2-0) Downstairs, ball 3. And DJ Beck is one pitch away from potentially sending home the first run of the ball game for the Lady Cats. So here we go, bases loaded, 3-0 pitch. Here comes. That one's going to be in there for a strike. That was the same pitch as the second to last, but this one gets called a strike. Here's a 3-1. Swung on, popped up in the infield. That's going to get down, misplayed. Throw home is going to be in time. They tag out Audrey Lovell for the second out. So a little miscommunication there, but really not a lot you could do about it. Well, it looks like, all right, so they did call infield fly. I was kind of curious about that, Kevin, if they're going to call an infield fly on that. So it looks like infield fly on the runner, Lovell, advanced and was tagged out for the third out. So what looked like it was going to be a very productive inning for Lawrence County ended up not being the case. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Your score is still 2-0 Giles County.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air, when you need us, we'll be there.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second inning. Just kind of recap what happened there. I couldn't tell if an infield fly was called. Bases were loaded, so if there were any pop-up, there's going to be an infield fly call. So infield fly was called. The first baseman picked it up, and the runner on third base, Audrey Lovell, was heading home. As that pitch is swung on, that's going to be knocked down over there by the third baseman, Maddie Dollar, but no throw. So when Lovell came home and tagged her out, she was advancing at her own discretion at that point, and she was tagged out for what is the third out of the inning. So Giles County here, nobody out, one on. So that was a pretty big blow there. Throw back down to first, not in time. Blow there by the Lawrence County Wildcats, as that could have easily been a very productive inning, but they end up getting no runs out of it. This is DJ Beck at the plate, or second pitch to her. That's going to be fouled back. Count I have is 1-1. So we'll see if that inning comes back to haunt the Lady Cats. Hopefully not. We got a long way to go in this ball game. That pitch is bunted. Picked up by Maddie Dollar, thrown over to first. Is in time. So runner advances to second base. Now one out. Now bring up Chloe Reinhardt. That pitch misses upstairs for a ball. 1-0. Bunt shown by Reinhardt. We'll see if she actually does bunt it. Here's the pitch. Pulls back. Swung on. Popped up. That's going to be catchable over there by Frakes. Good catch by her. That's the second out of the inning. So the runner at second base stays there, 2 outs. And now we're at the ninth place hitter, Kinsley Morris. That pitch misses upstairs for a ball. Umpire zone today, not really giving that kind of upper part of the strike zone. That upper part's just a tad bit lower than what it probably is. That pitch is in there for a strike, though. That goes to 1-1. Wind in the 1-1 pitch. Inside. Called strike. That brings the count to 1-2. Hagan looking to have another goose egg put up there on the board. That pitch is swung on, driven out towards left field, but in is Callie Brown. She catches it, and that is the third out of the inning. No runs off of one hit. No errors, one left on base. We head to the top of the third inning. Your score, 2-0 in favor of Giles County. You're watching Lawrence County softball here on the Exports Network.
LUS is committed to our customers, from providing and maintaining energy-efficient utility services to friendly, helpful customer service. LUS is there. At LUS, we're always challenging everything we know, every day. We strive to improve efficiency and reliability while focusing on our responsibility to our customers and the community. It's our promise to provide dependable service to our customers every time. Because we don't just work in Lawrence County, we live here too.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to Giles County. Lawrence County is down 2-0 as we head to the top of the third inning. Due up the 9-1-2 hitters, Burks, Dollar, and Maldonado. Pitch is swung on and missed by Libby. The pitch swung on over the second baseman. Throw over to first to Norwood is in time. That's Coleman over there at second base. And quickly one out here. At the top of the third, that will bring up. Well, something's wrong with my lineup here. Let me see if I can fix that. It is Matty Dollar who is up the plate. See if I can fix this real quick. Here we go. 3-0. Thank you, Kevin. Had one player at the very bottom of the roster saying that they were in the lineup, and they were not. So now we're ready. 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike. That pitch misses downstairs, and Maddie will make her way down to first base. I'll bring up Giselle Maldonado. She's 0 for 1. She hit a grounder back to the pitcher her first time up. Wind seems to calm down just a little bit. Hopefully for camera's sake out here in the outfield, it doesn't get too strong. Pitch to Maldonado. That one's missed for a ball. Down to second goes Matty Dollar. As soon as I talk about the wind, well, guess what? There it is. It's back again. Let's say the count is 1-1 is what the umpire said. That one's popped out foul. That brings the count to 1-2. Is Maddie at second base? Did something happen with her? Pitch swung on, driven out towards center field, and that one's caught. Looks like something happened. I just now looked up and saw that she was not at second base. I did not see exactly what happened with that. I apologize for that. That is the third out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Your score is still in favor of Giles County, 2-0. You're watching Lawrence County softball here on the X Sports Network.
Since 1955, Evers Construction has been the company folks have trusted for residential and commercial construction projects. Today, Evers is still the leader in building and is just as committed to maintaining. From residential to commercial and industrial, Evers' team of experts stands ready to install, service, and repair all your HVAC and plumbing needs. Specializing in leak repair, maintenance, air duct cleaning and repair, air handler service, drain cleaning, gas line work, emergency unit repair, inspections, and more. Evers Construction offers a preventative maintenance package to keep your home or business cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Trained, trusted, reliable. For more information or to schedule an appointment with the pros who know, phone 931-762-3593 or visit eversconstructionco.com. Evers Construction Company in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to the X Sports Network. Again, talking with our producer, director, Kevin Wright. See what happened on that play. He didn't even see what happened either, so not sure if there was umpire called interference or something, but Matty Dollar was not safe at second. That was not two outs in the inning. That was, or excuse me, 1 out in the inning. So something happened there that transpired, and ended up being the second and then eventually third outs with a fly out to center field. So here we go with the top of the lineup for Giles County. First pitch from Hagan is in there for a strike. This is Carson Brown. She is 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field. So yet again, a potentially productive inning for the Wildcats is destroyed by something that's happening in the infield. First one was an infield fly, and the runner at third base ended up going home, getting tagged out, and then that one, whatever happened with Matty Dollar between first and second. Pitch misses upstairs. I'll bring the count to 2-1. Two-one pitch. Fouled off on the check swing. I'll bring the count even to 2-2. Pitch swung on, popped up. Out is the shortstop, Laney Kate King. She's underneath it and catches it for the first out. That's a good play by Laney Kate over there at second base, or shortstop, excuse me. That was a tough one to run out there and get in the short left field area. Pitch swung on and missed. That's Cabria Martindale. A 1 pitch. Downstairs, 1-1. Wind and the 1-1 pitch. That one's flipped over towards the third base dugout and foul. And Martindale now faces a 1-2 count when she steps back in. Hagan ready in the circle. She winds. 1-2 pitch. Swung on, dribble back up the middle. It's going to be through for a base hit. Picked up is Lily Lloyd. She picked the ball up in center field. So a good piece of hitting there by Martindale. So she's on base. And I'll bring up the third hole hitter, Addison Douthit. Runner goes, throw down to second is not going to be in time. So another stolen base by Martindale. She's 2 for 2 on the day. The pitch misses downstairs. Pitch swung on out towards right field, and underneath it is Libby Burks. That's going to be the second out of the inning. So runner stays over there at second base. I'll bring up the first baseman, Chloe Norwood. 2 outs, runner in scoring position here for Giles County. They're already up 2-0. Runner goes, throw down to third. It's going to be in time, but it gets underneath. Ball actually gets away from Maddie Dollar, and Martindale is going to be in there at third base. So runner over there at third base represents the third run of the ball game for Giles County. Here's the pitch. Swung on a line drive over there to Frakes, and she catches it, and that ends the bottom of the third inning. We head to the top of the fourth. Lawrence County has 2 runs to make up to tie, 3 to take the lead. We'll see what they can do. You're watching the X Sports Network.
Comprehensive care with a compassionate touch. That will always be the guarantee at Encompass Healthcare in Etheridge, Tennessee. Whether you're looking for primary or urgent care, x-ray services, or weight loss treatments, the team at Encompass is equipped to serve your needs today. The doors are open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5 and from 8 to noon on Fridays. Make an appointment with providers Kendra Brown, Tori Cox, or Ellie Brown today. That's Encompass Healthcare, located on Highway 43 North in Etheridge, next door to Chapman Tire.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to the X Sports Network. Taylor Plott here alongside our fantastic producer and director Kevin Wright. We're in the top of the fourth inning. Lady Cats are down 2-0. Due up is the 3, 4, 5 spots. Should be Hagan and Frakes. That pitch by Hagan is driven out towards right field. That's going to be down for a base hit. So good start here in the top of the fourth. So Frakes steps back into the batter's box. We'll have a pinch runner over at first base. I believe that said it was number 5. I think that's who it was. Swung on, driven deep out towards left field, but underneath it is the left fielder, Martindale. So she secures the first out of the inning. I'll bring up the DH, Ashlyn Sublett. She's 0 for 0 with the walk. First pitch to her, bunt shown. Throw down to second is not in time. Let's see what number that is over at second base. That's going to be number 23. That's going to be Sarah Morrison down there now at second base. Pitch driven out towards right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to be a fair ball. Around third goes Morrison. She's going to score easily, and the Lady Cats are on the board now. It is a 2-1 ball game. We can't see the line out here in center field, so couldn't really tell if that got down or not, but it did. So good piece of hitting there by Suplet. So she's at second base. Looks like we're going to get another potential courtesy runner maybe. And we will. It looks like that's number 24. It's going to be Hadley Patterson. So she makes her way to second base. So 1 out. Up at the plate is the center fielder, Lily Lloyd. She is 0 for 1 with the fly out to center field. First pitch to her. Bunt shown. Missed. Strike 1. As the clouds are now completely obscuring the sunlight. Still rain-free here in Pulaski. Watching the radar closely to see if we need to start moving under cover. But everything still surrounds us and not actually here in Giles County, which is nice. That pitch misses for a ball, 1-1. Bunted. That's going to get back to the backstop foul. So 1-2 count for Lily Lloyd. Due up next will be Callie Brown. If she gets on base, Laney Kate King. 1 run in finally for Lawrence County after flirting with runs all throughout this ball game. And that pitch is swung on and missed. And Lily Lloyd goes down on strike. So 2 outs here, and that will bring up, like I mentioned, Callie Brown from the on-deck circle. She is technically 0 for 0 with no at-bat yet because she walked her first time up. Tying run over at second base, that's Hadley Patterson. First pitch misses downstairs for a ball, 1-0 to Brown. That pitch misses upstairs for a ball. Umpire has been very consistent with not giving much leeway on the top end of the strike zone. Several pitches right there that have been awfully close. 2-0. That one is in there for a strike, 2-1. Let's see if Callie Brown can drive in Patterson from second base. That'd be huge with that tying run out there. That pitch almost misses. Up and in. I'll bring the count to 3-1. So hitters count here to Callie Brown. We'll see if she has the hit sign. She does not, and that pitch is downstairs for a ball. Now 2 on with 2 out, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Laney Kate King. She is 0 for 1. She popped up into the infield earlier to first base. She was the one that had that infield fly. First pitch to her. Downstairs for a ball, 1-0. By my count, if this is correct, DJ Beck in the circle for Giles County, that was her 60th pitch of the ball game. Here's pitch number 61. That one's in there for a strike. I'll bring the count to 1-1. One. Swung on, dribble back to the pitcher, throw over to first. Low throw, but it is in time, and that will end the inning for the Lawrence County Wildcats. They get 1 on the board. It's a 2-1 ball game. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching Lady Cat softball here on the X Sports Network.
'Cause when I cross that county line, just off Highway 49, it all
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to the X Sports Network. Bottom of the fourth. Pitch is swung on a miss. That's Katie Pipkins who's at the plate. She's 1 for 1 with a single. I was just telling our director Kevin Wright we got some rain that's starting to kind of mosey its way on in here. Probably here in the next 15 minutes or so. That pitch is swung on. That's going to be popped back towards the netting, and it's fouled. And it's quickly 0-2. Doesn't look extremely heavy, but it is definitely enough that we'll have to worry about our equipment out here. 0-2. That one's in the dirt. I bring the count to 1-2. One-two pitch. Swung on in the infield. Looks like that was that fouled off of the plate, Kevin? Not sure what that was. Well, we'll call it a foul ball. Still count 1-2. And the pitch. Swung on. That is foul. Hagen in the circle. She's ready. Winds. And the 1-2 pitch again. That one's going to be in the dirt. 2-2. Cool breeze now coming out. That one's dribbled, and that's fair ball. Flip over to first, not in time. Again, from our perspective, it's really hard to tell what's going to be in play and not in play down the line. That's going to be an infield single for Pipkins. That'll bring up the second baseman, Ashlyn Coleman. First pitch to her, that's going to be swung on, and that is fouled. She's 1 for 1 with a single. A 1 pitch, swung on a miss. Good pitch there by Hagen. And it's quickly 0-2. No outs in the inning, runner over at first base. Lawrence County trying to shut down Giles County again for the third straight inning. That pitch misses downstairs. Almost gets away from Maldonado. Throws over to first, but runner's already back. That is pop foul behind the netting. And another 1-2 pitch will be upcoming. Hagen ready again. Here's the wind. 1-2. Upstairs, 2-2. Two pitch. That's downstairs. Gets away from the catcher Maldonado. That's going to allow Pipkins to advance to second base. So she advances on a pass ball. And I'll bring the count to 3-2. Full count. Pitch upcoming here for Coleman at the plate. Here it is. Swung on, popped up, out towards the outfield. Underneath it is the center fielder, Lily Lloyd. Throw in, runner goes to third base, and she will get in there. Ball gets away. Miscommunication, that's going to allow the third run of the ball game to score for Giles County. That's an unfortunate circumstance right there. Good throw in by Lily Lloyd, but that got away over there at third base. So with that third run in, it's now 3-1. That will bring up the pitcher, DJ Beck. She is 0 for 1 with the ground out. So unfortunate mishap there for the Lady Cats. Pitch is in there for a strike. Good news is it's still a manageable ball game, only down by 2 runs. But they'll have to get those back here relatively soon, as we have that rain approaching. It doesn't look overly heavy, but you never know when it comes to umpires when they want to call the game or not. Line drive, that's going to be dropped out there by Maddie Dollar, but throw over to first is in time. Good recovery from her over there at third base. That was hit right on the nose. Starting to feel some sprinkles. 2 outs in the inning. Chloe Reinhardt now at the plate for the Bobcats. First pitch to her. Downstairs for a ball. Fingers crossed that this stuff misses us, Kevin. It's getting close. Pitch missed up and away for a ball, and it's 2-0. Hagan trying to get out of the inning with allowing just 1 run here. Wind in the 2-0. In there, called strike. 2-1. On the way. That's going to be outside, 3-1. Elizabeth Reddy winds, 3-1 pitch. Misses upstairs, ball 4. There's that spot again. Just a tad bit up above the strike zone. So Reinhardt makes her way down to first base. 2 outs. I'll bring up Kinsley Morris. She flew out to center field her first time up, so she's 0 for 1, looking for a hit at this at bat. First pitch to her. That's going to be in there for a strike. Looked like I saw the umpire pull his arm up. Behind at the pitch by Hagan. Swung on. That's going to be dribbled foul. And looks like we have 0-2 count here to Kinsley Morris. Here's the pitch. Swung on, dribble back to the pitcher, flip over to first. In time, that ends the inning here in the bottom of the 4th. They gain 1 more run here. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Lawrence County needs 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. You're watching the X Sports Network.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to the X Sports Network. Taylor Plott here alongside Kevin Wright. Still watching the radar closely. A little shower moving overhead, but looks like the heaviest stuff will miss us to the north, thankfully. Hopefully that remains to be the case. We're heading to the top of the fifth inning. Due up is the 9-1-2 hitters, Burks, Dollar, and Maldonado. Libby Burks makes her way to the plate. She's 0 for 1 with a ground out to second base, her first time up. 3-1 is your score in favor of the Bobcats of Giles County, as they added one more to their scoring total in that bottom of the fourth. DJ Beck still in the circle for Giles County. First pitch way upstairs, 1-0. Just a few sprinkles out here right now. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one swung on, driven deep. Out in the gap, that's going to get down. Libby around her way to second base. She's going to get in there. Throw gets away, but that's going to be backed up there by the third baseman, or pitcher, excuse me. And Libby has a leadoff double here to start things off here in the top of the fifth inning. So we'll be back to the top of the lineup here with Maddie Dollar. First pitch to her, down the dirt for a ball. Wind by Beck and the pitch. In there, called strike, 1-1. One's bunted. That's going to be called foul ball. And now the count is 1-2. After Dollar is going to be Maldonado. Here's the 1-2 pitch. In there, called strike 3. And Maddie Dollar is going to be down for another strikeout. So 1 out, and I'll bring up the catcher, Giselle Maldonado. She's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. Over at second base is still Libby Burks. She's hoping to come home for the second round of the ball game for Lawrence County. That pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. Pitch misses downstairs. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch swung on, foul tipped into the catcher's mitt. I'll bring the count to 2-1. That pitch down the dirt gets away from the catcher. Over towards third goes Libby Burks, and she makes it standing up, right? I should say stand up. She slid. Could have easily made it standing up. So another good scoring potential here for Lawrence County with 1 out, runner at third base. 3-1 count to Maldonado. Here's the pitch. Swung on, driven deep towards right field, but underneath it is the right fielder, Deandra Appleton, and she catches it. Good sac fly there as Libby Burks makes her way home, and it's now a 3-2 ball game. I'll bring up Elizabeth Hagan. I missed the first pitch to her. What'd you see, Kev? Ball? One-0. That one's missed upstairs. 2-0. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. Good pitch there by Beck. Wind. 2-1 pitch. Swung on, driven deep. That's going to get over the center fielder's head. That's going to hit the wall. That's going to be a double potential, but Hagen's got to make her way to second base in time, and she is there safe. Wow, she was not running hard at all, and that just missed by inches, being the tie run of the tying hit of the ball game, but still great piece of hitting there by Hagen. That barely hit the fence. We'll have a pinch runner for her. That's going to be number 23, Sarah Morrison. Holy cow, that was inches away from being a homer and a tying one at that. Still looking good here, potentially run-wise. Get that tying run over there at second base. That first pitch misses for a ball as Reagan Frakes is up to bat. She's 1 for 2, and she did hit a double. Another one will easily score the tying run. That pitch is swung on, driven. That's going to potentially, nope, that's going to be caught out there. Good run over there by Katie Pimpkins to get in position for the third out. Another productive inning, though, for the Lawrence County Lady Cats. They score one. It's now a 3-2 ball game in favor of Giles County. We head to the bottom of the fifth. You're watching Lady Cat softball here on the X Sports Network.
Let me tell you about a place that has it all for your home, bedroom, kitchen, lawn, and more. It's a home-owned and home-operated business that's been around for over 70 years, so you know they're doing something right. At Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg, you'll find top name brands for every room of your house, and top brands for the outside too. Looking for appliances, televisions, couches, safes, bedding, mowers, and well, the list goes on. So make the drive today to 824 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg and be treated right.
Cell phone plans at an affordable price? Only at LE Wireless. When they say wireless for all, they mean it. With yearly plans as low as $5 per month, they say it's the best $60 you'll spend on unlimited talk and text. Ask about their monthly and family plans. They'll succeed in meeting your needs at a price you'll love. And no need to go elsewhere for accessories. Already a customer? Their referral program can put even more money in your pocket at LE Wireless, located at 300 Ellingson Street in Lawrenceburg. Call today and ask about their free phone promotion.
Welcome back to the X Sports Network. Alongside Kevin Wright, I'm Taylor Platt. We're heading to the bottom of the fifth inning. Another productive top of the inning for the Lady Cats. They get within one again. They're still in striking distance. Due up here is the 1-2-3 hitters for Giles County. And the second baseman, Laney Kate Keene, was in my way. Kevin, what did he call on that one? That was a ball. We got Brown, Martindale, and Douthit here for Giles County. Brown is 0 for 2. That pitch is in there for a strike, 1-1. That pitch is going to be missing in the dirt for a ball. I'll bring the count to 2-1. Pitch, dribbled over to third base. Maddie Dollar, throw to first is in time. Good play over there at third by Maddie. As the first out of the inning on a 5-3 put out. And I'll bring up Cabria Martindale. She is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. One in the infield, one squirted through the infield, getting in towards center field. First pitch misses downstairs for a ball, 1-0. pitch in there for a strike. 1-1. Hagan winds and delivers the 1-1. That's going to be swung on, foul back. I'll bring the count to 1-2. Not much scoring throughout the innings so far. The only inning that had the most runs was the bottom of the first, where Giles County scored 2. Everything since then has just been 1 run. Pitch misses outside, 2-2. After that, scoreless. Then it was 1 in the top of the 4th for Lawrence County, 1 in the bottom of the 4th, and the Lawrence County with that addition there in the top of the 5th. So hopefully Hagan can lock things down here and put it up another 0 on that scoreboard. That pitch is swung on a miss, strike 3. That's a good way to start it off. 2 quick outs. That will bring up the catcher, Addison Douthit. And I believe she's catching. Again, we had to kind of look and see who was in the field of play for Giles County. They did not, the lineup that we had did not have any positions marked on it. Wind by Hagan, and the pitch to Douthit is missed upstairs for a ball. Pitch in there for a strike. Good pitch by Hagan. Bring the count even to 1 apiece. One. Swung on. Over to the first baseman, Frakes. Step on first, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. Good inning there for the Lady Cats. They hold Giles County to no runs that inning. No runs, no hits, no one left on base. We head to the top of the 6th inning. Lawrence County needs 1 to tie, 2 to take the lead. We're watching Lawrence County softball here on the X Sports Network.
I'm Jeff, and welcome to this week's Mars Hill Minute. Don't you just love these spring days? As I stand here at the Tennessee Valley Weather Place, Lord, it's exciting to see the amazing spring going on around us. You can look and see the flowers outside that are blooming, the trees that are budding. Everything is shouting out, God is good. Psalm 150, verse 1 says, let everything that has breath praise the Lord. Think about that. Everything God's created ought to be praising Him. It reminds me of when Jesus was making his journey back into Jerusalem, heading for his crucifixion. Everyone was crying out, Hosanna, Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. And the rulers of the day came to Jesus and said, you're going to have to get your disciples to stop this. And he said, if they cease to praise me, the rocks themselves will cry out. Now, I don't know about you. I don't want a rock crying out on my behalf. I want to be the one praising the Lord. I'd love to invite you to join us this Sunday at Mars Hill Baptist Church. Join myself and the whole church family as we praise the Lord and lift high His name. I hope to see you Sunday. Join us at Mars Hill Baptist Church. God bless you and have a great week.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to the X Sports Network. We're here in the... What would I do?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Accidentally activated Siri. Didn't need that. Anyway, as I was saying, top of the 6th now. 3-2 is your ball game. First pitch to Ashlyn Supplett is in there for a strike. 0-1. I was trying to get my iPad all situated. There we go. 1-1. That pitch is in there, outside corner. 1-2. And 1-2 pitch downstairs for a ball. Still trying to get used to, instead of doing the scoring on an actual scorebook, writing it down. Been using my iPad lately, and the software little app that I'm using is very good, but has several steps. That pitch misses downstairs for a ball, so sometimes it takes me a while to kind of figure out what it's wanting me to do. Getting the hang of it better, though. Full count pitch. That one swung on over towards second base. That's Coleman over there. Flip over to first is in time for the first out. So 4-3 on the put out. That'll bring up the center fielder, Lily Lloyd. She's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a strikeout swinging. Still a 3-2 ball game. 2 more innings here for Lawrence County to potentially tie it or take the lead. They are well within striking distance. First pitch missed to a ball to Lloyd. After Lily will be the left fielder, Callie Brown. She is on deck right now. That pitch butted in front of the plate. Throw over to first. Not in time. That's a good bunt and good play over there by third base to try to get her. That's Kinsley Morris is over there at third base, and she fired it over there but was not in time. So good piece of a bunt hit right there for Lily Lloyd. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Callie Brown. After her, potentially, will be Lainey Kate King. Callie, still without an official at bat. She's walked twice. That pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Beck still on the mound or in the circle. 88 pitches would I have for her total. That pitch swung on, driven up the middle. That's going to be through for a base hit. And things are looking good here for Lawrence County, as a big lightning strike actually took place back there in the storm next to us, but I think that's still over 10 miles away. So Lloyd at second, Brown at first. I'll bring up Lainey Kate King. Tying run over there at second base. Go ahead and run at first. First pitch to Lainey Kate's going to be missing high for a ball. Lainey Kate is 0 for 2 with the infield fly and a ground out. That pitch in there for a strike. Bring the count to 1-1. Yeah, by my radar look over here, that is right around 10 miles away, so that's technically outside of what you would need to delay the game. That pitch is in there for a strike. I'll bring the count to 1-2. One-two pitch, swung on, driven, line drive over to the second baseman, throw back over to first is in time. That's a great defensive play by Giles County. Coleman over there at second base, line drive caught Callie Brown leaning over there at first base. And what looked like it was going to be another potentially productive inning for Lawrence County, they come away with no runs there in the top of the sixth. We head to the bottom of the sixth, got to hold Giles County right where they are. They're up 3-2. You're watching Lawrence County softball here on the X Sports Network.
Old School Rentals in Loretto, Tennessee is your headquarters for all your rental equipment needs. Are you in need of a trailer? How about a saw, tools, loaders, or even generator? Now meeting all your propane needs as well. You can find everything you need to complete your project and much more down at Old School Rentals in Loretto. Go by and let owner Ryan Smith help you today. That's Old School Rentals on North Main Street in Loretto, Tennessee.
For the best meal from south of the border, head to Cocina Real and Puente Grande for lunch and dinner. With a wide array of mouth-watering entrees, there's something for everyone on the menu. And you can't forget the cheese dip. They'll treat you like family, and you'll never leave hungry. Make Cocina Real Mexican Restaurant and Puente Grande Mexican Restaurant your choice for authentic cuisine, located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Exports Network. Bottom of the sixth, due up, Chloe Norwood. She is 1 for 2 with a triple. First pitch to her, that's going to be dribbled through the infield, out to the outfield, picked up by Lily Lloyd, and she has another single, so she's 2 for 3 now. I'll bring up the center fielder, Katie Pipkins. She's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. First pitch to her from Hagan. Swung on. That's going to be just over out of the outfielder, or excuse me, over the reach of Maddie Dollar. Out into the outfield. And that will be ruled a single as it was just out of the reach of her glove. So 2 pitches, 2 singles. Giles County's in business here. 2 on with nobody out. I'll bring up Ashlyn Coleman. First pitch to her, bunted, actually hit her. That's going to be called a foul right in front of the home plate. That was so close to being a potential first out of the inning. Head coach Charlie Lloyd's out there asking, and they're going to have a meeting of the umpires. That was close, but from our vantage point out here in center field, we can't tell exactly where it was. That was close to being right in front of the home plate area. And just like we all kind of suspected, the call will be upheld. No way that umpire now behind shortstop Laney Kate King could really tell where that ball is at. So 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, driven, popped up in the infield. And it's going to be caught out there by Laney Kate King. Or was it Hagan? It looked like that might have been Hagan that was underneath it. Either way, it's first out of the inning. So no advancement on the runners with that infield pop up. Pitch is in there for a strike to G.J. Beck. She is 0 for 2 with 2 ground outs. A 1 pitch. Down and away for a ball, 1-1. Should be the 80th pitch upcoming here for Hagan, if my count is correct. And that pitch is with the 1-1 count. Here it is. Downstairs in the dirt. That's going to allow both runners to advance without a throw. So now 2 runners in scoring position. 3-2 is your lead for Giles County. Hagan delivers upstairs, 3-1. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Outside. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded here. I'll bring up Chloe Reinhardt. Chloe is 0 for 1. So Chloe makes her way to the batter's box. She's ready. Bases loaded. 1 out. Crucial inning here for Lawrence County. And a very crucial game. Here's the pitch to Reinhardt. Upstairs, ball 1. Any additional runs here will just add to the deficit that Lawrence County has to come back from in the top of the 7th. 1-0 pitch. Swung on. That's going to be driven out towards right field. Underneath it is Libby Burks. She catches it, throws home. That's going to be not in time and outside towards the kind of entrance area, the gate over there by the third base dugout. That will allow the runners to advance on the throw. So sac fly over there towards right field. First pitch to Morris, misses for a ball. So looks like we've got runners at second and third, 2 outs. Pitch misses outside, 2-0. Lady Cats now need 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead here in the top of the 7th. When we get there, hopefully it's after this batter. Here's the wind by Hagan and the 2-0. Swung on, chopper. Laney Kate, good throw, or could pick off the ground. Throw to first is in time. Good play by her, and that will end the inning. So that is exactly what the Cats need. Need 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. We head to the top of the 2nd. Final call here for your Lady Cats. You're watching Lawrence County Softball here on the Exports Network.
State Line Garage Doors, owned and operated by Justin Gobble, is your trusted local expert in garage door services. Based in Lawrence County, Tennessee, State Line Garage Doors is built on over a decade of hands-on experience, providing reliable repairs, replacements, and installations for all types of garage doors, residential and commercial. They proudly serve our community and the surrounding areas. When you work with State Line Garage Doors, you're not just another job, you're part of our community. Their commitment to quality, transparency, and craftsmanship is at the heart of what they do, and they offer free estimates. State Line Garage Doors. Reach out to discover the difference a company with local roots can make for your home and business.
This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Exports Network. Last call here for your Lady Cats. Due up 9-1-2 hitters. Burks, Dollar, Maldonado. 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead here in Giles County. A crucial district game. Beck still in the circle here for Giles County. First pitch. Upstairs for a ball. Kevin, I'm not sure if you know, what is the record for Giles County? That pitch swung on, chopped foul. Burks is 1 for 2 with a ground out and a double. That one's hit towards a shortstop. Throw to first is in time as the first out of this top of the 7th. So 6-3 put out, flipped the lineup back up to the top. Maddie Dollar, she is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts and a walk. So she's looking to change that here. Need base runners for Lawrence County to try to get back into this ball game. First pitch in there for a strike. Good pitch by Beck. That pitch swung on, popped up towards the shortstop, Brown, and she catches that, and that's 2 quick outs here to start the 7th inning. And now the final out potentially is in the hands of Giselle Maldonado, who's 0 for 2 with a ground out, a fly out, and a sac fly. I say ground out and fly out. That fly out was a sac fly. First pitch to her. Swung on, fouled down the third base line. So last out potentially here for Lawrence County. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, driven foul down the right field line. And now Lady Cats are down to their final out and final strike. Beck winds and delivers. Swung on, strike three. Ball was dropped. Throw down to first. No contest, and that ends the ball game here for the Lawrence County Lady Cats. Final score 4-2 in favor of Giles County. Lawrence County got 2 runs off of 7 hits, 1 error, 6 left on base. Giles County 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors, and 5 left on base. Pitching, DJ Beck, complete game. Had 101 pitches is what I have tally-wise. 2 earned runs. Both earned. 4 strikeouts. And walked 4. Pitching for your Lady Cats, Elizabeth Hagan, had 87 pitches. Allowed 4 runs. 1 of them was earned. She only had 1 strikeout and only gave up 2 walks. Again, your final score in favor of Giles County, 4-2. Your Lady Cats fall in this district game. They'll look to get things back in order in their next game. You'll have that here on the X Sports Network. Until then, have a great rest of your Thursday evening. Stay safe out there from the storms, and we'll see you next time here on the X Sports Network. For Kevin Wright, I am Taylor Plott. Have a great rest of your evening.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.